name is Kristen Brumfield, and I live in Gould, Colorado, in the mountains at 9,000 feet. Today I'm going to share with you my talent, which is the story of Cinderella and the Prince, told as a Spoonerism, which is when you take the first letter of two words and switch them with each other. For instance, my name would be Kristen Brumfield, told as a Spoonerism. Ready? Here I go. Once upon a while, gone below, there was a gritty little pearl named Cinderella. Now, Cinderella lived in a hall smouse deep in the Dorist with her Mickey Webstetter and her two sisty ugglers, who made her wean all the clindos, wax on, wax off, flub all of the scores, and do all of the wordy-dirk. One dine fay, the Ping issued a proclamation that all of the eligible earls were to attend a Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide. Choose his bride. Poor Cinderella! She did not have a Drancy Fest to wear. All she had to wear was a wordy drag. What a shirty dame. Anyway, the day of the Drancy Fest ball finally arrived, and Cinderella's two sister ugglers put on their Drancy Fesses and they bent to the wall. Poor Cinderella! She was so sad. She was terrible. She was most miserable because she didn't have a Drancy Fest. Only a wordy drag, and she could not go to the Drancy Fest ball in the honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide. But all of a sudden, in the inkling of a twy, Cinderella's merry father there appeared and said, "What's the matter, Cinderella?" And Cinderella said, I don't have a Drancy Fest to wear. I only have a wordy drag, and I cannot go to the Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who is to bruise his chide. So, in the inkling of another twy, Cinderella's merry father turned Cinderella's wordy drag into a Drancy Fest. Poof! A puppers into a caracan. Poof! Cinderella bent to the wall. All night long, Cinderella danced with the Sins, and she was ho sappy. But all of a sudden, at the moke of Stridnight, Cinderella ran down the Stadler's Peps, and on the Stadler Pep, she slopped her dripper. It's true. Anyway, the next day, the Ping issued another proclamation that all of the eligible earls who had attended the Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide, were to slime the tripper to see if the foo shit. Well, when Cinderella's two sissy ugglers slimed the tripper, fit it. But when Cinderella slimed the tripper, fit it. And Cinderella and the Sins lived happily ever afterwards. So, Ellen, that's the end, but I have another little treat for you, because I've noticed over the years that people tend to get confused, and so I have found that if I tell it a second time, people usually totally get it. So if you would indulge me, I'm going to tell you again. I think this will make a lot more sense. Once upon a while, gone below, there was a gritty little pearl named Cinderella. She was with her Mickey Webster and two sisters who made a win out of the flip scores to do all the wordy dirk. One night, the Ping issued a proclamation that all the eligible girls were to attend Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide. Poor Cinderella, she did not have a Drancy Fest, only wordy drag, and she could not go to the Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide. So anyway, the day of the Drancy Fest ball finally arrived, and Cinderella's two sisters put on a Drancy Fest and they bent to the wall. Poor Cinderella, she was so sad, she was terrible. She was most miserable because she could not go to the Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide. But all of a sudden, the inkling of a twy, her mother appeared and said, "What's the matter, Cinderella?" And Cinderella said, "I don't have a Drancy Fest, I only have a wordy drag, and I cannot go to the Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to bruise his chide." So in the inkling of another twy, I forgot the turn Cinderella's wordy drag into Drancy Fest, poof, her version to Caracan, poof, and Cinderella bent to the wall. All night long, Cinderella danced with the Sins, and she was ho happy. But all of a sudden, the mocha Stridnight, Cinderella ran down the steps, and on the Stadler Pep, she stopped her dripper, and the next day, the Ping issued another proclamation to all the village girls who would attend the Drancy Fest ball in honor of the Sins, who was to send the slipper to see if the shoe fit, foo shit. Well, when Cinderella's two sisters younger signed for fit it, but when Cinderella signed for fit it, and Cinderella and the Sins lived happily ever afterwards. Yeah.